What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you're at. Firstly, just wanted to send some love from my heart. Just send it out there, sending good energy out there for all of you. And today, what I want to do, last time, or one of our previous videos, we talked about the importance of having an overarching dream or a legacy in your life, something that can act as your North Star, your ultimate vision, mission, purpose, whatever that might be. And now today, I want to talk about why and how you should have goals and what that looks like surrounding that dream. So obviously you can have the ultimate vision of what you want, but then ideally you want to be able to reverse engineer back to where you're at now. And now when it comes to goals, it can be kind of controversial because some people talk about, SMART goals: specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time sensitive, where you want to get super specific on your goals. So if you want to make more money, instead of just saying I want to make more money, you want to say I want to make $10,000 a month by June of 2023. That's a specific goal, and whether that's realistic for you or not is depending on where you're at right now. But you see, as an example, where on the other side of the spectrum is where you don't necessarily need to have super specific goals, as long as you have the intention and as long as you're willing to surrender to the flow of life and allow that surrender to create the circumstances and create the action steps that are going to lead you to where you want to be. And now, personally, I have found myself somewhere in the middle of that spectrum. I've been on both sides. I've been super specific. I've seen the value in the fallback of that. And I've also been super not specific, and I've seen the value in the fallback of that. And so my approach, what I have learned, it's just me speaking from my experience, speaking from the heart, is as long as you have the intention, whatever that dream, goal, legacy is, that's your intention, that's your vision. Ideally, you want that to be as clear as possible, because that's your guiding force. That's where you ultimately want to be. And now, as far as to get there, it is helpful to have milestones. So what does it look like in 6 months to let you know you're in the right direction? What does it look like in 1 year? What does it look like in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? What are those milestone steps to let you know you're in the right direction? But what I have found is that you don't necessarily need to get super specific, because there's so many factors that are involved. There's so many things that are seemingly outside of our control, and who you are now and the things that you want now might not be the same as you continue to grow and develop as a person. Who knows, 5 years from now, you may be a totally different person, and your goals and your desires may be completely different. And that being said, the whole nature of a goal is a declaration that there's this thing out there in the future, outside, in the external, that you don't have, or that you're not there yet, and therefore you're going to get it. And in that declaration, you are saying that you are not already that thing, and that you don't have that thing. So this is a common hiccup I do find with getting specific goals, because just like our tendency to solve problems in our life, the only way that we can solve problems is for there to be problems in the first place. But what if there is a reality, what if there is an experience where problems don't even exist because we choose not to create them, and we choose not to identify with them? and then there's no problems to solve. So what I'm getting to is that once you have the intention, you want to allow yourself to create those milestones, get specific with those milestones, but then allow yourself to surrender. So it's both. It's not specific, it's not non-specific, it's both and. Get specific with the vision, but get non-specific with your surrender to the unfolding of life. And trust that as long as you have that intention, and as long as you know in your heart, in your being, that you are moving in the right direction, that you will create and you will draw the circumstances to you that are going to be in line with that. Because again, not always the things that we think that we want are the things that are necessarily meant for us to grow into the potential that we have. So you have to allow enough space for life, the natural flow of things, to unfold. And that requires surrender, and that requires just to be here now in the moment. And while you're doing the work to go about your goals, because it's still going to require work, and you still want to put the structures in place to move in that direction, just like if you want to sail across the ocean, you need a boat, you still got to build the boat, you still need the container, you still need the structure, and you still need a way to guide it. But other than that, you are in a sense at the mercy of the ocean, at the mercy of the weather, at the mercy of life herself. So, intention, milestones, surrender to the flow, allow what needs to unfold, to become who you have the potential to become. Because in my belief, the way that I go about my life is that is the whole point. It's not so much the end result that you're going to get, it's who you become along the journey. Because ultimately, that's all you can take with you when you go, when you die. You can't take money, you can't take the things you bought and the things that you've accumulated, but you take who you have become. And the best part is, the final piece here, is that once you know or have an idea of who that person is, because it's a felt sense, because it's already here, and once you know that it's already right here, you can step into that right here and right now. You can already be that person, feel the way that person feels right here and right now. And when you learn how to do that, when you embody that, which a lot of it is just letting go of what's not you, then you automatically start attracting all the things that are aligned with that person. And you start to do the things that that person does. An athlete is going to do what an athlete does. A successful business person is going to do what a successful business person does. A good parent is going to do what a good parent does, all by the nature of who that person is. Be who you want to see in your life. I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you next time.